the masjid and prayed behind an imam. When he prayed behind the imam would observe this man would finish his prayer and sit at the side of the masjid and not do anything all day long, except zikrullah, remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, of course, generally begging is haram. Generally begging is haram. The scholars, when they give a verdict, they say begging is permitted. They have their discussion, they say for someone who has the sustenance of a day. Others mention a certain amount of wealth. If his wealth is below that threshold or that amount of food, it is permitted for him to go and beg for food, meaning this is someone who would fall into لا يسألون الناس إلحافا. In the Quran, تعرفهم بسيماهم. You know them from their hallmarks. They do not go around يسألون الناس إلحافا, pressing people for money. No. That is permitted, but this man was not doing that. He was not asking anyone for money. He was just worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the imam who was leading the prayer was not at the high caliber of that individual, meaning maqam al-ihsan, state of perfection. So he was observing the outlook. Where is this man receiving his rizq, sustenance? So he questioned the man and persisted in questioning him. When he persisted, the man said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provides me with my sustenance, meaning you do not need to know more. Yet, meaning he was not violating Sharia, he was not stealing money, he was not doing fraud, he was not doing things which were haram. So that should have been sufficient. And the Imam should have understood that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created asbab in his life by which he is eating. But the Imam persisted. So the person responded by saying, there is a Jew who lives next door to me, and every day he provides 4 loaves of bread. So the Imam said, okay, that's good. I'm happy to know. The man responded by saying, I am going to repeat all my prayers that I have prayed behind you, and you should not be leading the prayers. You should be checking your iman, your faith. He said, why? He said, when I said to you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provides for me, that should have been sufficient. But when I told you there is a Jew who lives next door and gives me 4 loaves of bread, you were happy with the response. Meaning your belief in the makhluk, the creation, is stronger than your belief in the Khaliq, the creator. So a person should always observe the creator behind the asbab. Rely upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Meaning, you may attempt to do one thing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala closes the door. The door is closed. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will create asbab, other means. Some of them were asked, how do you eat? He pointed at his mouth. They said, we do not mean this. We mean, how does your rizq, sustenance reach you? He said, the one who created the windmill never fails to send a flower.